Hey guys, what's going on? Keder here on a beautiful day, my friend. Pound that for watching this video. Pow! So guys, in this video today, I wake up early morning and I'm on the bed, my wife next to me, my newborn in the middle of us, and I'm thinking, how can we take it to the next level? Me and you. Right? Me and you that's watching. So I'm thinking, how can we take ourselves to the next level in this year that's coming up right now? So what can we do, guys? How can we go to the next level from the level that you are right now, from the level that I am right now? How can we dive in this next year coming up? How can we crush it to a whole next level? How can we 10x whatever that we are doing, whether it's business, whether it's family, whether it's life? What are we gonna do? What's the plan? You go hard, right? You go hard or you go home. You know what's gonna happen for yourself, guys. I can tell you, you can change your life. The people with a plan, they usually are the one that's succeeding. You know, I've learned that early on in my career. The more that I don't have a plan, I don't know where I'm going, the harder that it is for me to actually achieve anything. So when I started setting up my plans and where we going in life, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna crush it? How am I gonna stop being broke? That was my goal 5 years ago when I started on this journey and started my online business. I started thinking, well, this stuff is not working for me. You know, that going to school, I was actually going to school for nursing, my wife losing her job, I was broke. I had to wait like weeks before I can buy myself anything that I wanted to buy. I had to save for months. It was totally crazy. So I came up with a plan when I found out I could make money online, that I was gonna quit school and pursue my dream of becoming an internet millionaire before the age of 30. I was 26 when I actually found out I could make money online. So I set it up. I read a book called Think and Grow Rich, got into a mastermind, the Think and Grow Rich Mastermind, which one of my good mentors started. His name is Paul Hutchins. And I went through the book and I started saying my major definite purpose. What I'm gonna do with my life. Because so many people have no purpose. And it is the catastrophe that people goes to without purpose. So what's the goal? Number one, let's talk about it. If we're gonna crush this year coming up, right? If you're gonna crush it to a whole next level, how are we gonna take it to the next level? This year, you gotta master your story. Okay, I don't know who you are right now. I don't know where you came from, how we got connected, but I can tell you, man, we are connected for a reason. If you're watching my channel, if you subscribe to my channel, if you haven't subscribed, look for the subscribe button, because I'm gonna give you some massive value to change your life. I'm gonna share with you the secrets that help me go to the next level. The secret that helps me now. I got 3 kids, I got a wife, and running many successful online businesses, being free, doing whatever that I want. I wanna share those same secrets with you to help you take yourself to the next level. But you gotta be able to master your story, right? We all have different stories, right? So if you're gonna start a YouTube channel, I'm gonna help you understand how you can create and shape your story, understand how to tell your story so you can attract people that will resonate, people that will resonate with what you do, people that will resonate with your vision, people that will resonate with your talents, people that will resonate with your gift. See, you are given gifts. You are God gifted. Many people are, and they just don't know how to use their gift to impact the world and therefore impact themselves, impact their income, impact their family, impact their lives. You have that power to do that. And I want to pull that thing out of you. And many of you that's watching this video, the only reason you're watching is because you know deep down inside, you was meant for more, right? You was put on this place to have a lot more. You know that. And that's what I figured out when I came online and I saw a few people talking about how they in their 20s, they're running multiple businesses, they free, they traveling all over the world. You know, some of them don't even worry about income. Some of them they got kids. And here I am, and I was thinking, man, if I have a kid in my 18 or 20, my life is over. And I was seeing people that has 5, 6 kids. And I have this good friend of mine, you know, you guys probably follow him. His name is Alfredo. And this guy has 5 kids, went from welfare, broke, to buying Ferraris and making millions of dollars. Then I say, wait, if it's possible for one, it's possible for all. If it's possible for me, it's possible for him, it's possible for you. Now, it's gonna take determination. So you gotta know your story. The thing you must understand with your story is that where you are, that's not where you're going. I want you to take that. Where you are can't be where you're going, or else there's no reason for growth. There's no reason for a new day. There's no reason for a new month. There's no reason for a new year. There's no reason for tomorrow. If where you are right now is where you see your life for the entire rest of your life, there's no reason to get tomorrow, because that's where you're gonna stay. So you gotta understand your story. Your story is always going to be in a timeline. Okay, in a timeline where you got started. Like me, if I'm talking about my success online, I can tell you when I got started with my business, you know, when I fell, then I got some success, then I fell, then I got some more success, and I fell some more, and I keep learning, and I keep growing, then I got some success. Now I'm trying to get myself to the level where my success is untouchable, unbreakable. Like I can just go chill for a long time and my kids will be able to reap. This is what you want to do. You want to work where your kids can reap what you work for. I remember when I came to the States, right, my dad, I didn't speak any English. So every morning me and my brother would wake up, man. I lived in New York. It was cold as hell. Imagine coming from a Caribbean country and now you're in New York where it's snowing, it's cold, and you don't speak English. And me and my brother had to stay in our room while my parents, it was me, my brother, and my sister, while my parents works 2 jobs to take care of us. It's cold, my butt is freezing, and it's frosty outside. If you go outside, your hand, there's this little wind. Like when it gets cold, I don't know where you guys live in the world, but when you're in New York or you're in a cold place, sometimes you jump outside, it doesn't feel cold or it doesn't look cold, but there's this little wind. Once you hear it, it starts blowing like, man, you touch your ears, freaking crazy. You don't have no more ears left. You feel like your ears about to fall off. Like you can put a beanie on your head, man, you can put gloves on, but that cold is gonna get in. I remember traveling with my brother when I first got my car, going to high school, and I would drive in the car, and if they farted in the car, like they would fart in the car, in the back seat, I would open the back window and lock the window so they don't open it. So they get all the cold. It was crazy. I know you had fun with your family, with your brothers and stuff like that, but what I'm saying is that my dad worked all these years, right? And I cannot reap. They only reap for the moment. They work all these years. I cannot reap what they sow because it was only for one generation, one person. Now this year, if you're gonna take it to the next level, I want you to start thinking about multi-generation. Start thinking about across the board of a multi-generation. How can you impact? How can your work, how can what you do, how can it impact not only you, but your kids, your grandchildren, your even great-grandchildren? Now, let's start thinking a little deeper. This year, we're gonna go a lot deeper. We're going in. This year, you watching this, this is the year of abundance. This is the year of crushing, the year of the next level. This is the year we go to a whole next level. So if you follow me, guys, I'm gonna give you the good. I'm gonna help you understand how to take yourself to the next level. So, you know, I'm not gonna go in my childhood, so my timeline story, how I brought up, I share all the stuff with you, how I grew up having nothing, coming to the States, you know, going to college thinking it was gonna be the way, but that ended up not being the way that I wanted, okay? Till I found out I can actually build my own business, be my own boss, and be free, do whatever I want. provide for my kids, travel whenever I want. And then I chose that lifestyle over. Then I started getting into personal development, where I started to develop myself and understand that you are the biggest factor in your success. The biggest factor. A lot of time that we are thinking it's gonna be an opportunity, we are thinking it's gonna be a product, we're thinking it's gonna be a tool, but let me tell you, you are the biggest factor in your success. Okay? So this year, don't make it somebody else's business. Don't make it somebody else's dream or goal to see you succeed. I want you to make it your goal, your dream, for you to succeed. And you're going to do whatever that it takes. Your story does not end here. Sign it. Write it down and sign it. My story does not end where I'm at right now. Because you have a timeline. You have a timeline of your story. And you must understand that. So, back to my story real quick, right? So when I got started online, and I started seeing what people were doing. Okay, I started making videos like this one. Nobody was paying attention. Okay, so if you're gonna start making videos, number one, nobody's gonna pay attention to you. Why? Because nobody knows you. Nobody knows your story, but you need to master your story on how to tell your story, how to grow your story, because your story is the most important part, right? It's the most impacting part. That's what people can relate to. That's what's going to help you change your life. So you have the timeline, you have the beginning of your story, you have your trials, right? You have your trials, you have your hope, you have you finding out what you're capable of, you have you growing, and then you have you failing and failing and failing some more and growing some more. So when I first started, I wish someone would lay out the plan for me to understand that failure is part of the process. Well, if you don't know that, I'm telling you that right now. Failure is part of the process. I have a few students that I coach, right? One of the guy that I brought up the other day, and he had his first $1,000 day online. And funny thing, he's about to get married. I've been trying to get there because he's one of my good friends. Right now I live in Florida. So he had lived in Florida with me for a little while. Now he moved back to New York to the cold. Goodbye. You ain't seeing me that cold. I might come and visit, but I ain't gonna be coming and get my butt frozen. I did that in my young days. Didn't like it that much. I don't know where you leave, no offense to you, but oh man, the cold is crazy. So Chris called me up. He's like, dude, I've tried this online business. He tried many times. He's been successful with different processes that I showed him in the past. But e-commerce has been one thing that's on his mind that he wanted to overcome. Then he tried it last year and then tried it for a little while and then quit and give up. Now, this year, he's like, dude, I'm about to get married to the girl of my dream. There's no way that I'm going to get married and I'm going to be living paycheck to paycheck, or I'm going to live in the same situation. And then boom, he started taking it seriously. Sometimes you need to have a catalyst in your life. And I feel like there's a lot of you that's watching right now. You have so many catalysts in your life and you just don't know how to use it. How do you take advantage of the catalysts that are in your life right now? Sometimes you need to stop thinking about yourself. You need an outside factor. Whether that's going to be your kids, whether that's going to be your mom, whether that's going to be your community. Sometimes you need to stop thinking about yourself, because sometimes the way we grow up and the mentality that we have, the conception we create for our own self, the perception, the way that we see ourselves stop us from reaching to the next level, because we see ourselves as that kid who didn't have a mother, or as that kid who didn't have a father figure, who didn't have an example of someone who was gonna say, hey, go for it. Or whenever they wanted to do something great in their lives, all they had got was, oh, you can do it, or you will never amount to nothing, or your life won't be nothing. Maybe you are that person. Maybe you're that person that never got that encouragement, or maybe you're that person that, when you told your dreams to your friends, they laughed at you. Even your parents and other people, your community, did not believe in you. Maybe you're that person, right? But it doesn't mean that, hey, you want to think in your mind. That's why personal development, okay? The next thing this year, after you learn your story, right, understand that your story does not stop where it is right now. Number two, I want you to attack personal development. You gotta take out the garbage and put the right information in. And I don't care where you are in the world, whether you say to yourself, I'm from a third world country, I'm one of the poorest country. This is man's stigma. This is man's statement. It doesn't matter to me. If you're watching this somewhere in Africa and you know that you can make a difference where you are, if you see there's other people who makes a difference and your life can be better, I want to say I believe in you. You, my friend, I believe in you. And I know you can take yourself to the next level. Opportunities are all around the world. Right? Opportunities are all around the world. And if you have the opportunity to watch this video, you can make one. You can grab opportunity of the internet because it's going viral. So if you're in a place where you can watch this video, let it touch you. I want you to start looking at the world with an open mind, with an open eyes. Where you are, that's not who you are. That's not where you're gonna stay. And I tell you, you're gonna grow to a whole next level. So what you wanna do, if you're a fragmented person, you know, you have the crazy stories. Maybe you've been on drugs, or your parents been on drugs. You've been to jail, or your parents been to jail. You haven't got the stuff that you wanted in life. You know, you didn't have the Christmas gift. Right now you have a kid and you feel like you can't provide for your kid. Whatever crazy stories that you have. I know we all have crazy stories, but that's what makes you different. That's what makes you amazing, because your story, number one, remember I told you about mastering your story. It makes you different. It makes you who you are. So we're not gonna repel those facts about our story. What we're gonna do is repel our belief. How do we process that? The fact that I'm a young girl, I'm 17 and I had a kid in my teen days, and now I have to move forward. Like the fact that I'm a young man and I went to jail, whatever the case is, now I have to create a life for myself. How do I move forward this year? How do I take it to the next level? Right? Because the person that I was, that's not truly who you are capable of becoming. And you must understand that. That's so powerful. Let me say it again. The person that you was, it is not the person you are capable of becoming. I hope that you get that right there. The person that you was is not the person you are capable of becoming. You have so much more inside of you that you just haven't unleashed it yet. So what you gotta do now, let's get into it, let's get deep. What you gotta do, take out the stuff. And sometimes it's just subconsciously. Sometimes you're gonna say to yourself, no, Keder, I don't believe I'm a thief. I don't believe that I'm low. I believe that I'm high. And sometimes what we do, we hide our true feelings behind, egos, right? We hide the fact that you're broke behind, I don't need a job. I don't need you. I don't need your information. I don't need the internet. I don't need your principal. I don't need this. I don't need that. I'm fine. I'm good. But you know you're not. See, that's the thing. I did that for so many years. You know, I've seen people have opportunity and come to me and say, hey, here's an opportunity to change your life. This can change your life. Why don't you work on your mindset? I say, I'm good. I don't think bad about people. But yet I was thinking bad about myself. In my head, I was low. In my head, everybody was better than me. In my head, I could not stand the chance of ever making it in anything that I try in life. So the way that you see yourself, it's constantly played in your mind. So if you don't have the right idea of who you are, the right idea of the possibility of your growth, even if you're in a stage right now, things are not great. You're trying this business, it's not working. You're trying to change your life, it's not working. If you don't have the vision of the possibility of what you can become, you're gonna believe that who you are right now or what you do, that is you. It represents your whole entire life when it isn't. It isn't you. It isn't the person you can become. It isn't the person you can grow and become. So to take it to the next level, guys, you gotta take out the garbage, man. You gotta take out the garbage and pour in great information. That's why every single day I'm listening, because we become what we listen. What we hear, that's what we become. So you have to take out the old mindset. The stuff that people used to say about you, like for some of you that's watching my video, it is a way for me to express myself and say what I believe. Like, I believe I'm great. I believe I'm destined for greatness. I believe I'll do some amazing stuff in the world. And you can too, and you will too. And that's why this year, I want you to lock arm with me. Pow! I want you to pound it with me. I want you to lock arm with me, and we going to change so many lives, me and you. We're gonna crush it to a whole next level. Just believe that where you are, that's not where you're gonna stay. There's a process. Okay, if you don't quit the process, like I told Chris, now we look for an outside factor, boom. And then he's like, dude, I gotta get married. I gotta do this for my wife, for my girl. I can't see myself going to work, after I get married, living at home. That's not gonna happen, man. And then boom, the outside factor, the driven outside factor, push him. Now he's at a whole next level. He had his first $1,000 a day. I can see him having 10,000, 30, 40, $100,000 a day, man. Why not? Why not? When you understand wealth principle, right? Understand wealth principle. If you don't understand how money works, make it a goal that you will understand wealth principle. Number 3, okay? Number 3, to take it to the next level this year, make it a goal. Number 1, your story, okay? Understand your story. Where you are, that's not where you're gonna stay. You're gonna develop. Number 2, get an outside factor. Motivate yourself. Take out the garbage, okay? Take out the stuff that's in your head, okay? Number 3, understand wealth principle. I want you this year to understand that you can create wealth for yourself. You don't need a job. You don't need a boss. You don't need someone else to tell you what you gotta do. God already places you on this earth with everything, okay? We came to this planet, everything was already made. You see this shirt that's on me? I didn't come with it. See this camera I'm shooting here? I didn't come with it. Now you might say, hey Keder, well somebody else made the shirt, somebody else made the camera, you're just using it. I agree with you. But if I ask you a question, where do they find let's say the lens is made out of glass, and the glass came from the earth, right? It came from different rocks, they used the plastic, it comes from oil, different stuff they find in the earth, right? The wood that this thing is standing on, it came from the tree. Did they come out of their mother's stomach with a piece of tree in their hands? Did they come out with a piece of land? Did they come out with a piece of ground? Did they come out with some type of tissue? See, what we can do is only manipulate or change what's already been existed. Me and you, we're just here for an experience. Let's try to have the best that we can. Let no man tell you this is your value, this is how much you're worth. I want you to take it to a whole next level this year. Let's go. Let's crush it. This year, me and you, we going on a journey. And I'm going to share with you, and you guys are going to give me some feedback and let me know where you are and how we can go to a whole next level. See, you and I both, we came on this planet with nothing. Wish I lived with nothing. Our parents did. Our great-grandparents did. So they came with nothing, they live with nothing. The only thing that matters is the experience. We're only on this journey here for an experience. Now the goal is, how can you have the best experience? How can you not be the person who's struggling for the rest of your life? How can you not be the person who's always broke, who can't go out, you're always broke, you're always thinking about, what am I gonna do? These bills are killing me. How can you not be that person? Because you can grow. You can become a lot bigger than that, because you are a lot bigger than that. So this year, guys, I want you to come up with a plan, understanding money. What is wealth? How do you create it? Okay? How do you get money? Okay? There's 3 ways you can actually create your income. I teach that. Okay? I want you to keep that in mind. One of them is the dumb way. That's what most people, 95% of the world, that's how they do it. The dumb way, which is getting a job. When you get a job, you're working for somebody else. Okay? If they paying you $100 for the day, imagine how much money they're making off of you for the day. They're more likely making $500 of your effort, or they're more likely making $10,000 off your effort, and they're paying you $100. Or they're making $1,000 off your effort. They're paying you $100. Guess what? They get $900 for doing nothing. So you gotta know how the principle of money works. So if you go work a 9 to 5, everything is not in your benefit. Yeah, I understand now. I'm talking to entrepreneurs right now, okay? And some of you that might have high paid jobs and you feel like, yeah, I'm comfortable, I'm good. But I can tell you something. You cannot grow. See, there's a limit. Because why? If you're working per hour, there's always a limit. Because there's only 24 hours in a day. Are you going to make more? God will not make 34 for you because you want to make more money. He's not going to make 50 for you because you want to make more money. So if you work a job that's $10 an hour, the most you could make for the day is 240. If you get a job that's $20 an hour, the most that you can make for the day is 480. That's it. You can't make any more because there's no more hours left. Even if you get overtime or you get time and a half rate, you still can't make $1,000 in a day. While the person you're working for, they're making 10,000, 30, 40, 50,000. So you must understand money. The dumbest way for you to create income, I wish someone would have told me that, is to only create income through your job. Now, if you have a job, Keder's not saying, hey, go quit your job and just start on a dream that you don't even know where you're going. I'm saying you need to create multiple streams of revenue. Your job, don't just take the money and just pay bills. Pay yourself first, get into a business, get into something that can grow the money, that you can create multiple streams of income, where you can start creating money like those other guys. That's what I've learned about income, okay? Now, let me tell you about how rich people, how they make their money, okay? 2 ways. They leverage, well, 3 things they leverage, I should say. Okay, they leverage 3 things, but the 2 is the most important one because they might be leveraging you. You probably won't agree with that, so I don't really consider that as something I would say in this video because they leverage people, right? Leverage people, I wouldn't even put it in there because you that's working 40 hours a week, you know, taking out the mail, getting paid $10 an hour, $30 an hour. You leveraging the owner of the company. He's leveraging you. So you go take out the mail. You go do the stuff. And he's chilling at the beach, relaxing, or doing other things. You know, I'm not saying, I don't want to give it the idea that, you know, people who makes money those way, people who understand the system, who understand how to leverage, they're a bunch of douchebags because we are not. They are not. They're creating opportunity for other people. Now, I'm talking about the next level. So if you're in that level right now and you're getting paid 10, 30 bucks an hour, how do you take it to the next level? That's what we're talking about here, baby. You excited? That's what we're talking about here, baby. So if you want to go to the next level, you got to learn how to think like those people. That's why we talk about mindset. Work on your mindset. You got to learn how to think like those people because the only difference between the people who are winning and the people who aren't is the way that they think. If you learn how to think, there's a book called Think and Grow Rich. If you learn how to think like the rich and the wealthy people think, you're going to become like them. You're going to start taking action that they take because your action is guided by your thinking. The only difference between the people who are successful is that they take successful, like-minded action. So if your mind become like the successful people, therefore your action shall change and therefore it will produce different results. Can I get an amen for that secret? Come on, can you leave a comment down below if that was powerful to you, if that was a secret? Because this was a secret. If you apply this, I promise you, your life, everything that you know about your life, this year, next level. This year, let's go. This year is a whole next level. So successful people, what they do, here's what they do. They leverage people, they leverage products and services. Those are the 2 things. Products and services. If you can find or create or have some type of product that is needed by a lot of people, that people are willing, they need it, they will pay money for it. And it could be an entertaining product, it could be a product that serves a purpose, it could be any types of product. If you can leverage a product or a service that you can get a lot of people to that product or that service, you're gonna make amazing amount of income. And then leverage people. Those are the 3 secrets going up into this year, and it's gonna be powerful. So this is gonna be the plan for 2017, guys. We're gonna be leveraging more products. We're gonna be leveraging more services in order to go to the next level. I hope that this video was valuable to you, and if it was, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm gonna keep making this video because we're gonna grow to a whole next level. What I want you to do, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Let's take it to the next level this year. I want you to invite a friend because I'm gonna be sharing some secrets. When I got those secrets, it changed my life. I haven't worked for a boss for the last 5 years. My wife haven't. I don't have a plan for my kids to ever work. My kids, they will not go to college unless they choose to. I tell them straight up, you don't have to go. You don't need to go. Because I think the whole education system is rigged. I mean, I'm hurt. I don't know how many of you are hurt, but I'm hurt, right? Because we got a bunch of student loans that you gotta pay back, right? And you cannot even find jobs. I speak to people that can't even find jobs based on what they went to school for. I find so many people who got so many student loans and they gotta